Good morning. I'm not sure what happened. I lost my feed. But good morning. My name's Melanie, aka Princess Ninja. If you're new to this channel, before you jump off of this stream, go ahead and hit a like, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell if you want notifications. So, for strong temper, I'm talking about my weakness. And so you might think, well, it's strong temper. Number one, strong temper was I originally invented it to be about me exercising, to be about getting physically stronger, and I'm doing that. Today I came into work a little bit early because I have a horribly busy day. I am working tomorrow as well, so I'm doing 2 Saturdays back to back. I have so much to do. I'm so stressed out. Anyway, so I got to start early today in order to get all my work finished. So I am out here trying to get exercise. Anyway, but strong temper is also about recognizing and acknowledging the things in your life that may be obstacles for you on your journey. You may be purposefully putting obstacles in your way that are preventing you from maintaining or obtaining a goal. But then there's things that are out of our control, such as body dysmorphia. Let me tell you a little bit about my experience with body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia, for those of you that don't know, is when something psychologically in the brain goes haywire. And it's why an anorexic can get down to 50-something pounds and the hip bones are protruding and the collarbones protruding and there's this big cave-in and you can see every bone in their body, and yet they stand in front of the mirror and they see 200, 300 pounds. They cannot. Their brain chemically will not let them see where they're at. And I have personally experienced this in my life. So back about 20-something years ago, I was on the Atkins diet. And I'll never forget, I was 198 pounds, I think. I stepped on the scale and couldn't believe how big I was getting, and it was the largest at 198 pounds was the largest at that time that I'd ever been in my life. I had was getting over a breakup of a 7-year relationship. We weren't married, but we were living together. It was pretty devastating. So I woke up and I found myself at 198 pounds and was going through some really bad depression. And anyway, one day I ran into a friend of mine that she was like melting. I mean, seriously, it was like I hadn't seen her in probably 2 months, and she'd lost like 35 pounds in 2 months. And so she was telling me about the Atkins diet. So I jumped in both feet. She was like, nothing but meat, cheese, eggs. You know, I didn't do any research. I started doing the diet. Instantaneously, first month on the diet, I dropped 20 pounds. So I was hooked, line and sinker. So I stayed on the Atkins diet and eventually reached a weight of 126 pounds. I went from a woman's size 18 to a woman's size 3. But do you know that when I looked in the mirror, I only saw 200 pounds. I never saw that 126 pound girl standing in front of me. Never. I would cry in dressing rooms. My hip bones, I ended up throwing it away, and I was having one of those epic emotional meltdown days, and I ran across this picture that someone took of me in a bikini. I looked like I was dying. My collarbone was protruding. You could see every rib in my rib cage. My stomach was encaved. My hip bones were protruding. I had absolutely zero butt. No fat left on my butt. My knees looked like big round balls on my legs because I had no fat at all. No shit. I looked like a skeleton. But at that time, in that moment, if I would have gone in that bathing suit, I would have never seen that. I wouldn't have seen the bones sticking out. All I would have seen was my brain will not let me see my body change. It won't. I am going to forever see myself at 200 pounds. I don't know if there's a fix for body dysmorphia. I'm not going to be on medication. I'm just going to keep praying about it. I'm going to keep giving it to God. I'm going to keep thanking him for this wonderful body he's given me, and that I have the ability to walk, and that I have my health, and that he's given me some of the talents and gifts that he's given me in my life. Look, I'm not being ungrateful. One of the things that I live by that my dad always taught me was, I once complained about my feet hurting to a man who had no legs. I mean, let that sink in. I once complained about my feet hurting to a man who had no legs. Has that sunk in yet? That's pretty profound. So, body dysmorphia is a real thing, and it's devastating. It is the reason why anorexics don't stop. It is an illness. I don't know that there's a cure for it. I do believe, though, with enough prayer and enough faith, that God's going to get me through this in life, and he's gotten me to this point. So even if I lost 50 pounds overnight, let's say that there was this magical, let's say that I had the fat fairy brought me a magical wand, and I could touch myself on the head, and tomorrow morning I could wake up 50 pounds thinner, no sagging skin, and I could be in my vision of a perfect size 10. Let's say that I could do that. Thank you, fat fairy. That's just a request. I'm kidding. I don't believe in fairies. I don't believe in fairies. Okay, so anyway, if I had this magic wand and poof, 50 pounds was gone, I would wake up in the morning, but I would still see this. I would still see all of this. I would see every dimple of cellulite. I would see every stretch mark. I would see every wrinkle. I would see every imperfection. And I would still tear myself down. There might be a pause, a moment in life where I would feel like, oh my gosh, I look so amazing. But that would soon be gone when the weight loss stopped. For the month of October, I'm giving up my bathroom scale. It is now becoming a source of pure frustration for me again. Back 3 weeks ago, it's actually been a month now since I hit my lowest weight of 203.3, and I am now at 207. So 4-pound gain. I'm drinking water. I'm replacing electrolytes. I'm doing clean keto, with the exception of, like yesterday, the only thing that I ate that was dirty was ham. I ate some ham, but everything else I ate was considered clean keto. I log everything. I watch my calories. I try to keep my calories. So my Fitbit here has a running total. So I've burnt 594 calories so far today. I've only consumed 80 calories so far today. But my average calorie burn is between 2,200 and 2,500. I'm only consuming about 1,700, 1,500 calories. So it shouldn't be the calories that are causing the weight loss stall. I'm not eating. I've now cut out all artificial sugars. So I'm back to eating like the basic keto foods, eggs, meats, cheeses. I am doing vegetables, 5 to 7 servings of vegetables. I'm eating an avocado every day. I am reducing the amount of nuts that I'm eating. So I'm going back to very strict keto. I am just banging my head against the wall. Why am I gaining weight? Why is this happening? And for those of you that are going to say, well, but you're doing strong timber, you're building muscle. No, it doesn't happen that way. You have professional bodybuilders out there doing this diet that gain maybe a pound every 3 months of muscle. No, me doing a couple planks in the morning is not the reason why I'm all of a sudden bulking up in Hulk Hogan. It's not. It just doesn't happen that way. Physiologically, that's impossible. It's impossible. So even though I am sure that maybe a half a pound of my weight gain might be from muscle, because I've been working muscles, I've been sore, but that's not the reason why I've gained 3 pounds. It's not. I don't care what you say. It's physically impossible. Look it up in the medical journal. You cannot do a couple planks, a couple sit-ups, and gain 3 pounds in 3 weeks. Impossible. So maybe a little bit of the weight gain is from working out. But so I'm frustrated right now. And so I've gone all the way back to very basic of keto. I'm keeping my macros at 80%, 15%, 5%. Good morning to roommates. So, good morning. So I'm going back to like the very basic of keto. But body dysmorphia, it is real. It is real. And it's really sad if you think about it. Because think about how hard those of us that are working hard at becoming healthy, losing weight, maintaining our bodies. I mean, for us to never be able to see the results. The only time I ever see my weight loss is if I hold up an old picture next to my new one. But if I look in the mirror, I don't see it. Don't see it. Even though my pants feel looser, I don't see it. Even though I got shirts now that I'm swimming in, I don't see it. I've changed my bra size. I don't see it. And before, when I was on the Atkins diet and I lost 80 pounds, I got down to a size 3. My hip bones, my collarbones were protruding from my body. When I looked in the mirror, I saw 200 pounds. Really quite frightening, and it's really quite sad. If any of you have any reading materials that you've read or breakthrough studies that they've done on body dysmorphia, please comment below. If this is something that you deal with, tell me how you deal with it. If you've suffered from it and somehow you've overcome it, tell me how you've overcome it. But anyway, I never want my videos to seem negative, but this is part of the journey and it's part of who I am. For the month of October, I'm giving up the scale because it's a source of income. The only measurements I will be doing will be measuring my body. I'm going to do one last weigh-in on Sunday because Sunday marks my 4 months of keto. My keto journey, so I'll be doing my measurements, I'll be doing my weigh-in on Sunday, and then I'm putting the scale up for a month. Because I'm starting to stress myself out, I'm starting to have thoughts about, well, you need to stop eating. You just need to maybe just go to 1 meal a day. Maybe if you just eat 800 calories a day, maybe then you'll lose weight. I'm starting to have all of those crazy thoughts in my head, which gets me into trouble every time. So I'm backing off and I'm getting off the scale because I should still feel joyful that I'm off diabetes medicine. I should still feel like that was my primary goal, but I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just being honest. The weight loss for me, for some reason, is just as equally as important as being off diabetes medicine. And so, yay, I got off diabetes medicine. That is a huge accomplishment, but it's like I'm not losing weight. I'm not losing weight. I'm not losing weight. And honestly, I'm thinking about getting off social media, because if one more freaking person who's already lost like 50 pounds complains about being stalled for a week, I think I'm going to throw my phone like across the United States. I think I'm just going to just flip the heck out, because I just lost my capacity to feel empathy for someone who has been on keto 6 months, lost 50 pounds, and they're complaining because 1 week they didn't lose weight, and here I am 4 months in, I've lost 12 pounds, and now I'm gaining weight. And I'm doing strict clean keto, so it's so frustrating when you compare your journey to other people, so I'm trying not to do that. But anyway, just wanted to talk a little bit about body dysmorphia. It's one of the struggles that I have, one of the things that I have to overcome. If you know of any resources, if you know of any YouTubers that talk about this subject, that maybe they shared something that helped you, go ahead and share the link below. I hope you guys all have a great day. I know this video may seem a little bit negative, but I'm not in a really positive place today. So even if you just want to leave a great uplifting comment below, I'd love that too. I could kind of use a YouTube hug. So go on and bring it. Bring it in. You guys have a great day. Have a happy Friday. And I will be back to you probably on Sunday with my 4-month keto statistics.